Hi, this is Bishop Craig in Lansing, and this is Take One for the week of December 11. Peace be with you. I am spending Monday and Tuesday finishing up tasks because on Wednesday, my family and I are going on vacation for a few days. The pre-Christmas vacation goes all the way back to when I was a pastor. We would get away for a few days because I was busy on Christmas. It continued as a professor between the end of exams and Christmas. We'd get away because I would preach on Christmas. And as a bishop, this pre-Christmas vacation has been good because normally, so far, until this year, pastors and congregations are focused on Advent and Christmas, and things get quiet in the synod office. But not this year. We're getting a lot of business. I've begun to say that the story may go, 'twas the night before Christmas and all through the house. Not a creature was stirring, not even a mouse. But this year it seems to be that 'twas the weeks before Christmas and all through the church. God's people were anxious and needing to lurch. We have a lot of unanticipated, uncontrolled movement going on, a lot of urgency based on anxiety. It's always a signal to me that when a conflict needs to be handled and addressed by the bishop's office in the weeks before Christmas or Easter, it's a real serious conflict. So when you think of anxiety and conflict, on the 18th of December, we get to hear Matthew's Christmas story. And this is the story where Mary is found to be with child while she and Joseph are engaged, but before they've lived together. And this creates tension and anxiety, and Joseph, being a righteous man, decides to end the relationship quietly. But the angel of the Lord comes and comes to Joseph in a dream and tells Joseph that the child is of the Holy Spirit and he should not be afraid to take Mary as his wife. And so he does. So out of anxiety comes new life. New life for Joseph. New life in Jesus, new life for us, and new life for the world. We're reminded that this story is about Joseph the dreamer, and that in the Old Testament there was a Joseph the dreamer whose dreams brought new life for God's people. That's in Genesis. So perhaps as we deal with anxiety as people and as congregations and a church in this week before Christmas, these weeks before Christmas, I guess, the way to address our anxiety is not to lurch, but to look and to listen and to wait on God, who will give us the dream, and in the process will invite us into God's dream. God's dream. That's what this whole Christmas is about, God's dream, that God would be among us and that we would be God's people, Emmanuel. God is with us, Matthew says. So as you feel anxious as a church, as a pastor in these weeks before Christmas, perhaps the best thing you can do is concentrate on Jesus. But this week, if you can't do that, and if you need the synod staff, please reach out to Pastors David and Roseanne, but be patient with them, please, because I'm away, and so we'll be a little short-handed. And besides, it's Christmas, or at least it's almost Christmas. It's Advent. So We look for Christ to come. We trust that Christ will come. And we hope that Christ will come when we are most anxious and need him the most. And the story from Joseph who married Matthew to Joseph with his brothers in Genesis, two dreamers, show us that, yes, Christ comes, God comes when we need God the most. Have a great week and continue to have a joyous Advent. I'm Bishop Craig. The peace of Christ be with you.